What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're back to deliver us the moon. Alright, so last time we got ourselves inside of a space station. We have the oxygen up and running, however we have a whole bunch of other facilities that we need to figure out how to activate. The station power is set to very low and the MP2 network is obviously offline currently, so that is going to be the top priority. And then theoretically this tower should be able to transmit back to Earth where there's going to be people waiting for us and they won't all be dead. Or at least that's the current goal. Alright, so after looking around inside of the space station, it has to be this way. All the other entryways are currently blocked off. So something that last time we were clearly supposed to be going towards, we missed it. So let's see if we can actually find it this time. I'm also curious, like eventually are we going to have like gravity inside this place, or is it going to stay with 0G the whole time? Alright, so currently we're in the Libra wing like we were wanting, so this is the right area. Is that door open the whole time? We really just missed that.
There you go, buddy. Almost there. We'll touch up your paint job later, don't worry.
Are you ready to go? We've almost got the elevator running again.
Yeah, just patching up Alex before we head down.
Are you bringing that thing along?
Of course. We'll need all the help we can get. Besides, you wouldn't have made it to that airlock if it hadn't been for him. This MPT blackout can't be just a glitch, Rolf. Everything is still dark down there. Last time there was an outage. Did you hear the message from Earth?
No. What did they say?
They can't even send ships up here anymore without the MPT. It's crazy, right? We're the only ones able to investigate the blackout.
Sarah, we need to get you guys down to the surface ASAP. We don't have much time.
Okay, let's go.
But she clearly knows more than what she's letting on to our character with. Danger, electrical shock, do not tamper with hardware. AE behavior update 2.0. Council member Leverd. The MPT is still offline. What's going on? Backup power is finally running here at the station, and we're repairing the Pearson elevator to take us down to the Copernicus Moon Hub to provide any assistance you might need to bring the MPT back online. We're coming. Please be safe. So, did they get it back online, and then once they got back to Earth, they had issues with? Is that why? Unless it's just someone totally different speaking to us, but it seems like the ones that we're hearing were part of this original mission. Moon Man, first contact. The astronaut docks into a rundown space station on his way to the moon. In it, he discovers due of an old friend, convinced that they may still be alive on the moon. He doubles his efforts and reactivates the space elevator in a race against time. Ooh, that's cool. Actually, I have a telescope. Let's see, so we'll scan you. Not entirely sure what the whole scanning part's for, if that's just for lore or if it's going to come into play later on, but it definitely seems... Okay, 2539, that seems important. One of the few survivors of the Huygens cryosleep malfunction, I've recently come across a fragment recovered from the cryogenerator and was hoping you could inspect it. Also, is there any way I can get into my ASC to project the holographic data in there? I want to find out what really happened in Huygens. Dear Miss Gonzalez, I've inspected the generator fragment you sent over, but I cannot find anything conclusive. As for the holographic data, it's unfortunately location-based. Holograms can only be projected where they occurred. If the Lunar Council ever clears access to the Huygens again, I think it would be best to do it is to bring your ASC and check the holographic data that's there. So 2539. They have changed the code again. So I would assume that would be for this dude. $25.39. Now we can go through the door. Okay, so we can use the diagnostic program. I'm guessing it's going to be a lack of power. Pearson Space Station connected to MPT network not established. Alright, so I have no connection there. Space elevator to Moon Hub is offline. Additional energy is required. Rotate station for additional power. Alright, so obviously we have to get the elevator back online, get the station's power up, and then we should theoretically be able to get the MPT network up as well. The past few months, my team and I have encountered a problem with the construction material shipments. We were supposed to be finished within the Ryan wing by now, but again, we missed our milestone to the shipments and repeatedly cancellations. When can we expect the Lunar Council to approve further shipments? Engineer Baker, this is the Lunar Council has decided to shift resource priorities around because of the new construction of the moon. For the time being, I recommend you make do with what you have. We all do down here. New construction! Is the Huygens facility finally being repaired? It's about time that place opened up again. There's too much knowledge buried there since the cryosleep malfunction. Suffice to say it, the construction project is classified. It does not concern the Huygens. Access to the Huygens research facility remains restricted until further notice. Okay, so that dude was real useful. Now that'd be really cool to have an office wing and be able to just look out and see a planet like that. Or a moon. We got the planet one way, and we have a ginormous space elevator going down to the moon on the other. Okay, so this is the Ryan wing. I think this is the one that was still under construction, if I remember correctly. Notepad's empty. We have a whole bunch of switches that I'm assuming we're going to have to start flicking eventually. In case of emergency, please pay attention to the following guidelines. Travel to the Moon Hub. Oh, there we go. Travel to the Moon Hub. Full elevator lockdown. You have plus or minus 1 hour before departure. Please leave your possessions behind. Moon Hub evac notice. Travel to the space station. Full elevator lockdown. Plus or minus 1 hour. Alright, so it's the same thing. If facilities are in emergency state, report to your station operator for evaluation instructions. Basically, if something's trouble on the moon, you come up here. If something's trouble up here, you go down to the moon. Space Tech Magazine. Reflections on the Huygens cryosleep malfunction. In this edition, we interview the WSA Lunar Council member, Dr. Rosa Laverde, about the cause of the 2048 Huygens cryosleep malfunction and how we can avoid this type of catastrophe in the future. I like the amount of lore that they put in this game, too. It's really cool the fact that I assume this station would be super cold and they actually have it like crystallized over. Alright, so this is officially the construction wing. We're gonna have to pass another airlock. But any default programming. Okay, so it's going to automatically do its deal. There we go. I mean, it seems safe-ish, right? What could go wrong? Oxygen's depleting. I don't know what you are, but I'm going to bring it. Oh, now you're talking. Alright, so we can't actually interact with that. That was just to open up the doorway. So we have an oxygen canister we can grab you. Oh, okay. We stand back, let the panels fall. We'll open up all 4. I don't know if that's going to be essential or not, but you know, may as well. Pet in an emergency. Well, I feel like this is an emergency. We're the last ones alive. Alright, now are we going to be able just to fit through the little crack here? No. Alright, so that means we're going to have to open up more of these. We gotta wait for it to open anyways. We may as well just open up both sides. That way if we start panicking, we have a bigger way of going through. Now, the plan here is not to panic. Especially when, you know, you're in a lack of oxygen state. You don't want to use up too much of your oxygen.
Ground control to Juno 1. We're still not reading anything from the MP2. Is everything under control up there?
Alright, so we came through here. Looks like we have to go through this panel here. This is actually a really cool game. It's like the first game that you actually can like properly feel like an astronaut. That I played at least. Alright, so we have another oxygen thing up top. We have an airlock down here in the bottom. Minute 43. I guess let's go and grab the oxygen. I don't think that it like puts it at a certain amount. It's just the overall amount that it gives you. So I think it's fine to grab them as soon as you see one, compared to like saving it and like, you know, refilling to like 90% all the time or something.
Section 3C now.
Copy that. Do you think we'll finish construction anytime soon?
Was the council claiming more supplies each week? I doubt it. I'm surprised we got this past MacArthur in the first place.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm getting strange readings here from the lunar surface. Are you seeing anything?
Just wrapping up. What the hell? All the lights are shutting down.
Are you alright, Rolf? What just happened?
I can't see a thing. Everything is dark out here.
We lost power from the MPT. The whole station is down. Can you find your way back to the airlock?
Negative. I don't have a visual.
Right. I'm sending Alex to block the airlock doors. Do you see him?
I see his flashlight. Heading back to the airlock. What's going on? Everything on the surface is dark.
Rolf, not now. What's your ETA?
10 seconds.
Make it faster. Once the airlock seals, you'll be locked out. Alex is blocking the door for you, but he can't hold it much longer.
Did they just kill that man? Alright, so we got a thermos. We can't do anything with you. Maintenance, never go out without your ASE by your side. You mean never go out without your plasma torch, because I agree. Yeah, so it's really interesting the fact that we have oxygen up and running, but we don't have gravity in this facility. So I'm wondering, like, is it going to get to a point where we're going to be much slower, like walking around? Or if they're going to let us like keep this whole zero-G movement system? Because I really like the zero-G movement. And for anyone curious, if you ever get lost inside the game, it seems like it somewhat holds your hand on where you're supposed to be going the whole time. Now, based on the fact that we have a whole bunch of electrical things popping off right there, we have a panel behind us that we need to cut. I would have to assume that we need to cut this to cut the power to that trap. Cut in case of an emergency. Why does that look like some sort of corrosiveness inside of here? That doesn't look good. Okay, so we can't actually wear the welder's helmet. So they say cut in case of emergency, but you can't really do much with it. Nice, easy, small movements. There it goes. Which saying that we could actually use it, so I wasn't thinking. I thought our little laser guy was disabled for a second. Alright, so now we can come through the facility. But yeah, it seems like most of this game is sort of, it's kind of on rails and kind of not. Like, you can still explore around. It's trippy. Is there an actual phenomenon where you would see like the bubbles in a space station like this? Is that... Huh. Okay, so if we come down here, there's another canister that we can grab. So we're going to need to have a decent amount stored inside here for it to operate. Now, if we put that on, that allows this guy to turn, it looks like. This one's going to have mostly oxygen cannon. Oh, no, sorry. This is where a plasma torch comes into play. So I would have to assume breaking all these connections will allow us to actually get through easier. Then we should be able to go up, down. Hold on. We can just go up all the way. There we go. Much easier. Not sure if we did that maze correctly, but definitely going like all the way through the top there.
At 40%.
Seems like turning life support off is not exactly the best idea. Speaking of not exactly the best idea. As long as we stay far enough away, I think we'll be okay. Great, we're in space. Just rotate, dummy.
Life support energy supply at 20%.
Alright, so we got that. We'll rotate you. Yeah, definitely rotating to like a 45-degree angle makes it way easier. Now it's interesting that they want us to effectively take off life support system in here. Alright, so we'll rotate around. There we go. Now instead of having to worry about, you know, the vertical movement, we just walk like a normal person.
Life support energy supply critical.
I feel like life support's one of those systems that you don't want to be messing around with. Does this thing save anything of use?
Fully redirected from life support rejuvenation engine. Access control center to activate engine.
Alright, so now we go back through the door. Not that door, sorry. We go through this door. Haha.
Life support shutting down. Oxygen reserves low.
This is the part where we have an hour to get through the end. Alright, focus. So we need to get over to the command center, so we need to find... They were drawing on the wall here to tell us where we're supposed to be going. I would have to assume it's that way. That's back to the Brea area, which is where we were originally. So far, we still have oxygen, so we don't have to worry too much about that yet.
Offline. Oxygen reserves nearly exhausted.
So we had oxygen still. The door behind us locked, so we had to like take the long way around to get back over to the control center. But now, theoretically, we should be able to rotate this, right? BD. Alright, so just keep nice, cool, calm, collected. We are so lucky that there was something that we could actually like grab and turn around on. If not, we would have just been flung into space and died immediately. I'm going to go off the safe assumption that facility was not ready to be rotated. Alright, so we've got 20 seconds. The worst part is, after all of this, we're going to a place that has a lack of oxygen still. That's not good. The fact that they're giving us 4 canisters. That's why they did it. It was a tease. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we got 50 seconds. By the way, for anyone curious, they do have another game called Deliver Us Mars or something like that we can also check out afterwards if everyone's having a fun time enjoying this series. Definitely seems pretty cool. I don't think the other game's on sale, where this one is currently on sale for like $4 on Steam for anyone wanting to check it out themselves. And if not, thanks for all the support that you guys have shown on the series. It means a lot. So we probably want to just like grab that, and I assume we're trying to get back to the main facility where it's like flashing red, right? Still going to be out of oxygen, though, is the problem. Okay, so we get inside of here. Strap in! I guess we're about to find out how the other side lives. I don't know if anyone else has thought of this, but this looks exactly like the, there's a Disney ride that looks just like it. Twisted Towers or something like that? Now the real question is, are we going to have like lack of oxygen through that whole elevator ride? Like, were we just holding our breath the whole time? Alright, so we have the network offline, station power is very low, run diagnostics of the MPT control center. So much for our zero-G experience. Copernicus Moon Hub 2059, 5 years after the blackout.
Hello? Hello? It seems empty. Where is everyone?
I have no idea. I've never seen the base like this. Is Alex getting any heat signatures?
No, nothing. This can't be right. I'll go downstairs, see what I can find.
Sarah, we'll figure this one out. And thank you, both of you, for saving me when the blackout hit. I know
Expedition team, you must be at the surface by now. Remember, you only have 40 minutes down there.
Copy that, Pearson. Don't mention it, Rolf. Can you check out the control center and see what's wrong with the MPT?
Will do.
Keep your comms on. I'll update you when I find something.
Alright guys, well now that we escaped the space station seemingly unharmed, that's going to be it for today guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe. And it looks like next time we'll be working on getting the MPT back online.